morning, Leslie. That has been a while, boy, isn't it?
It has,
yes. That must be getting on for a month.
Getting that way, yes.
It's got to be, because you ain't been, you ain't been too well, have you?
Well, I had my trip up to go and see William, didn't I, for the gong, and then the week after that, well, the trouble is you go up to London, you catch things, don't you? And I was poorly the following week, so I'm all right. I'm all right now.
Did you have the
No, I didn't have the trots. No.
Because there's a lot of that going about, you know. The girl Rosemary, she had the she's had the trots for best part of getting on for a week.
Really? Oh, poor girl.
No, that's right. And a couple of days, right, she couldn't go jogging because she said it doesn't leave the house, she said, because all of a sudden she get an urge and she's got to be close by, you know.
Well, yeah, there aren't that many toilets around, are there?
Huh?
There aren't that many toilets around, are there?
Well, they are, but there's so many places now. We've found women about they're funny about if you use them or not, you know. I mean, they want to realise, like when I got mother in a wheelchair, if she says she want to go, she got to go, ain't she?
She has,
and,
yeah.
You know, you wheel in, you say, do you mind if are you buying something? I said, well, no, but mother want away. And so they said, no, that's for customers only. Well, I might be a customer in a week's time, so it sort of put me off going in there, you know.
Have you
and the girl Rosemary, there ain't a lot on her anyway, so I say, you want to make sure you keep eating. She says, going straight through me, Brian, I can't have too much. She's all right now, you know.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
Huh?
I'm glad to hear it.
But for a few days, I thought to myself, you want to be careful, my old girl. You're going to turn inside out if you aren't careful.
I mean, you're right though about toilets because you know you do need them, don't you? If you got to go, you got to go. Particularly if you've got a problem, you know, an illness or something like that. When you need to go, you need to go.
Well, the point is, Leslie, as you get older, you can't hold on to it for so long, can you? So you know, it don't matter whether that's the front or the back. If you need to go, you should be able to, you know, we should be able to go in and use the toilet, shouldn't we?
We should indeed, yes.
That's right.
Yes.
I think she's all right now, you know. I mean, we're going back probably a couple of weeks ago that she was like this, because that weren't long after she say, are you getting in the... Hey, do you want to come round and get in the tub?
Have you been in the garden bath?
So not if you've got that problem, because I don't want to be sitting in there, she's in and out, you know.
No, I can see that, Brian. Yes, I can see that.
You don't want to be sitting in there, and then you're dripping water through the house, because, you know, you've got to go, but, you know, that sorted itself out by then, you know.
I'm glad to hear it. So you've been in the garden bath next door, then?
Yes, I can't tell you when it was because I ain't spoke to you for so long, but
no.
I think it's about a week ago, right?
Yep.
She told me they forecast nice weather. It's about time you had a go in the garden bath. So I went and got my old shorts, and mother was out in the garden anyway, you know, but the neighbour Marcus kept an eye on her.
Yeah.
He's a good old boy, you know.
He's all right, isn't he? Yeah.
I don't know what he done to deserve that. He got lumbered with her years ago. He can't get rid of that.
What's that, his missus, you mean?
Yeah, she started again, you know. Was it the other week? There was a snidey little comment. What was that about now? I can't remember what. But she can't resist herself, Leslie. She's got to have a little dig. I'll tell you what that was about, Leslie.
Go on.
I'll tell you what that was about. There's a duzzy row going on the other side, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, the hell is he doing over there now? So there's a little hole in the fence. So I hit a snout through the
hole.
Through the hole, and I thought he was planting turnips, but he weren't. He was got a rotavator, right?
Yes.
And he's churning up the soil because he's going to put some turf down, he say.
Oh, right, okay.
So, you see, now, why do he want to be laying turf? Why don't he just put the seed down and let Mother Nature do his business? You know, I sort of cutting corners in it, if you ask me.
Well, he probably can't wait for it to grow. He wants it straight away.
Well, I expect that's her, for truth be told. So I stuck my head over the top. I said, do you want a hand? He said, no, I'm all right. I said, well, that don't look all right from where I am. It looks as if you're doing a football pitch in there. So you're making the right rigmarole of that. Well, with that, she stick her head out the window and she say, you mind your own sodden business, she say. Now, why has she got to be like that, you know? I was only offering.
So you went in the garden bath with Rosemary. So you had your shorts on. There wasn't none of this, chunky dunking or skinny dipping.
Huh?
You had your clothes. You had your shorts on in the garden bath. You didn't go
I
naked.
had my shorts on your toe, and so I got in. I was all right getting in.
Yes.
That was quite warm.
Good. I'm glad.
That was nice and warm, because I'd never been in one. You see, Leslie, I never been in a garden bath ever. So I gingerly got in it because you got little steps in, so you don't have to climb over the edge or nothing.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, and then a few minutes later, she come out and she say, "Here," she said, "I made you a cup of tea." She said, "Oh, you can have a guship."
Ooh.
So I say, "Well, you can zap the cup of tea later in the zapper, and I'll have a guship now." So she got that because she got a fridge in the shed. You see, she have.
Blimey.
So she got a little fridge out there because she's over the other one packed up. She's got to have something to rely on,
That's a proper party back garden, isn't it? With a beer fridge in the shed and a garden bath.
No, in a beer fridge. There's just a fridge in it.
Okay.
So anyway, she get in and then she put the bubbles on.
What was that like?
That was all right. That was sort of. I did laugh and so I said, "Blast, you could break wind in here, and no one would know would that." But that was, that was all right. That weren't too. That weren't too hot. That weren't too cold. That was just
Good.
right.
Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I had a bit of trouble getting out.
Did you?
Yeah, she got out first in the end because that's because the shorts are so heavy with the water. But I sort of struggled to get my leg over as I got out, But I done it. But that took me a few seconds to sort of be careful. But that was I want to say I want to do it every day, Leslie. There's some people who do it every day, ain't there?
Yeah. But you enjoyed it.
Well, you shrink, don't you? If you're in water too much, you're going to shrink, aren't you?
Well, you do get all wrinkly, don't you? You do get wrinkly. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that worked for you.
Right.
I'm glad you had a nice time.
That was something I tried now, and I dare say I will try it again. But I won't want to do it every day.
No. A lot of people were asking me last weekend because I was playing around on Facebook and Twitter about the Eurovision Song Contest, and a lot of people were asking me what did I think Brian made of the Eurovision Song Contest. Did you watch it?
No, I won't sit up that late, Leslie, but I see it on the news in the morning. And, all I can say is, of course, Ukraine, they deserve to win, And I think that just shows that, the whole world is behind the Ukraine, and that weren't too bad. It weren't my cup of tea, if I'd be honest. It was a little bit poppy for me. I like a little bit more sort of mellow,
Yes.
But, the one that done it for Britain...
Sam Ryder.
Huh?
Sam Ryder.
I don't know what that was called, but he stood there and he was singing away, and that was like he's in a pyramid thing. That looked like,
That's right. Yes.
And I have to say again, that weren't my sort of cup of tea because he seemed too high.
The spaceman.
Huh?
That's all right. I was trying to do my best Sam Ryder, but I don't think it really worked.
But we come second now, didn't we?
That's brilliant, isn't it? Isn't that fantastic?
Blast! The last time I got excited, I did watch this. Right, that was when Bucks Fizz they did Making Your Mind Up, and everyone got excited, didn't they? Because they ripped the skirts off.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, you should have. I do remember it. You should have watched it. You would have enjoyed Spain's entry.
What, they get a bit raunchy?
You want to just go back on the television and see if you can see Spain. You'll enjoy that, Brian. But don't get too excited.
I did laugh and say that's probably what won us the Eurovision when we won it in the... What was it, in the 70s? Was it Bucks Fizz, or was that when?
It was the 80s, wasn't it? Yeah.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
And I said, now, Head here ripped his trousers off, he might have won it.
You never know.
You don't know, do you?
No, you don't. I mean, that might just have been enough to influence all those voters.
The Bucks
Fizz,
lot,
yes, it did, yeah. Could you do some shout outs? You sound like you need to go to the toilet. Could you do some shout outs before you go?
Yes, I can, yes.
We've got a lot here. James in Felixstowe's been in touch. Could Brian give my wife a mention for her birthday tomorrow? It's Sandra's birthday tomorrow. That's from James in Felixstowe.
Yes, I can. Happy birthday, Sandra and Mara.
Sandra, yeah. Could you please get Brian to wish Colin Paulding a happy 80th birthday today? Love, Pauline and family. That's from Lisa, so Colin's birthday today.
Yes, I can. Happy birthday to Colin, who's 80 today. Good on you, boy.
And could Brian from Melton give everyone at Long Melford's Silver Band a shout-out on Friday morning, please? We have our first public concert since 2019 tomorrow night in Clare. We're all looking forward to playing out again after almost 2 years of no concerts because of the pandemic. That's from Harry Copsey. That's the Long Melford Silver Band.
Yes, I can. The Long Melford Silver Band, and hopefully I'll get to hear you one day.
Lovely. Please could you ask Brian from Melton to wish my better half, Nina, a very happy 50th for the 18th of May. She loves Brian, is always talking about his tea towels and things being good quality. She's certainly a good old Suffolk Morther, says Dave, the other half. That's Nina.
Nina, and she's going to be 50, you say?
Yeah, on the 18th, so she's already
That's right.
50.
Well, happy birthday to her.
Yeah, and she likes her tea towels to be quality, Brian.
Yeah, you've got to have good tea towels, because otherwise you might as well not bother drying them up. Because some of them, you start and they get wet, don't they? The plates don't dry, do they?
That's very true.
Them cheap old things, you've got to have good ones.
Couple more we'll try and squeeze in. If we haven't got them all in, I apologise. We'll try and squeeze a couple more in. Could you please ask Brian to give a shout out for Graham and Linda? That's Graham and Linda Hardinge of Ipswich. This is their 50th wedding anniversary.
Well done, well done.
Isn't that great?
That is, like I always say, that many people get to that these days, but well
Fantastic.
done. Did you say Graham and Linda?
I did, yes.
Graham and Linda, well done, you two.
Yeah, and could you please ask Brian to say very happy birthday to Sheila Scott from Framlingham, who's 87 on the 25th of May. She listens to Brian every week, and it would make her day, say the family. That's Sheila Scott.
Bless her old heart. So Sheila Scott, happy birthday, and she's going to be 87, you say?
Yeah, 87.
Well done, my darling, well done.
Brian, have a lovely weekend, won't you? Take care.